Hello, everyone. Welcome to All the Witches. This is an original queer fantasy game of witches and their craft. This game is going to soon be in Kickstarter, and we are very fortunate to be playtesting, and we're all super excited. Our game designer and our game master for tonight is Emma Panada. Woo! Before we jump into the game, I will like to introduce everyone here at the table. So we'll start off with Chris. Why don't you tell us about who you are, where we can find you, and give us a fun little fact about your character today.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Christiana, or Chris. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Carpe Christi. I am playing Bustamante, or Busty for short. And she's called that because of very obvious reasons. And
what are the reasons, though? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get
titties.
it. Ah,
titties.
I wasn't gonna scream at you. But she. Ooh.
Oh fuck! Are we doing that? All right, hold on.
Oh no, I don't have mine.
I don't have Post-it.
I'm ready.
I'm gonna make a bunch.
Nice.
Fun fact about her is she is very limber.
Oh!
It's a good fun fact. Good fun fact.
Thank you so much. Next we have Hamnah.
Hello, everybody. My name is Hamnah. I use any and all pronouns, and I am a TTRPG performer. Today, I will be playing Calvert, who uses they, he pronouns. And Calvert is a psychic spirit, and a fun fact about them is that they use echolocation to navigate.
I don't know if you all have seen the Misfits and Magic Christmas special, but I just keep thinking they like adopt echolocation and they just totally make it up, and they're like, caw, caw, and the GM's like, what are you doing? And they're like, we've totally done this before. She's like, no, you haven't. It's just really funny. It's great times.
Excellent. Thank you. Next, we have Jay.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jay, or Nala. I use they, them pronouns, and today I'm playing Carrion, or Rian for short. They use they, them pronouns, and they are your friendly, local, average-sized, titty, goth, thembo pirate. And a fun fact about me is I am a human necromancer. And I can summon a ghostly assistant. Wink.
Wait, you made that sound very suspicious.
What are they helping you with,
Many
Carrion?
things.
Oh. Hi.
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 I'm Stella Luna. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by, and please I'm sorry, the cast is really hot and I'm really flustered. Follow button, help support for free, thank you. Today I will be playing Tallow, they, she pronouns, and my fun fact is my general skills are empathy, gun, and rigging.
Hey. I
Would
just
you like
love
to tell the
gun.
class what kind of rigging?
All of the above.
Ooh.
Perfect. Iconic. Incredible, even.
Let me pass it off to Emma.
Hi, it's me, Emma, also known as Emma Panada. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Emma Panada. On Twitch, I have a couple D&D games going, but not really too much. And on Twitter, I largely just shitpost and troll my friends and promote my game, All the Witches. All the Witches has a dedicated Twitter. We actually just posted some new art today, so if you want to go look at that, you can go to twitter.com/allthewitches_, because normal All the Witches is taken over by some Taylor Swift fan. But that's fine.
Wait a minute! As your resident Taylor Swift fan, that's actually really funny and really unfortunate.
You know, it's okay, I guess. It's fine. They're privated. It's whatever.
No, because I get the reference. That's really funny. But really unfortunate.
Yeah. It's all good. No worries. All love. But yeah, I am the creator and lead developer of All the Witches. All the Witches is a original TTRPG about witches getting to be the heroes in a fantasy world. Largely, it started off because I wanted to create cool witch content that wasn't affiliated with the turf. And here we are today. In the world of All the Witches, humans and spirits have lived together throughout history, built their societies together, and just kind of thrive and love one another. There are 3 different races in All the Witches. There's spirits, humans, and their children Celesti, because we got to look out for our monster fuckers out there. And, you know, we're just living the dream. This is not a canon game to anything that the world of All the Witches is going to look like, really. This is just a chaotic and fun little thing that I put together for this one shot. We're not going to show off all of the various rules and things that exist in the system, but just as a quick little introduction, All the Witches uses the full array of dice except for the D100 and very rarely the D20. In the game, you want to roll low. You want to roll lower than the corresponding attribute for the roll's rank, and that's how you pass at checks. There's a bunch of other things, but we'll kind of go through that as we're playing the game. Is everybody feeling ready? Okay, yeah. I'm gonna assume Jay is also ready.
I was gonna show off like, oh, you can use all the dice, and for some reason I thought I had more fingers. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you have your other hand, but you know, it's fine.
It's fine.
Okay, so gotta pull up the roll 20.
Cannot commit to.
True. It's truly tragic. All right. So our session begins with a heavy leather-bound tome hovering in the darkness in front of you. On its cover, it reads, "The Fall." Soft music begins to play as it opens to the first page, and a voice begins to speak. Once, a very long time ago, we all lived as one. The page turns. A large and prosperous kingdom bound our lives and homes together, and we were happy for a time. But then, the leaders of our kingdom became greedy and made it harder and harder for us to live our lives, and so the people rebelled and found new ways to lead themselves. The page turns. New nations were born, and the people living in them found it much easier to thrive in them, because people just like them were leading their new nations. The page turns once again. The United Nations of Desney, an exciting land that the rest of the world looks to for its technological and cultural marvels. Various inventions and works of literature that inspire the world are exported from here and inspire those living far away. The page turns. Netfleur, an exciting land that the rest of the world looks to for its technological and cultural marvels. Various inventions and works of literature that inspire the world are exported from here and inspire those living far away. The page turns yet again. Apley, an exciting land that the rest of the world looks to for its technological and cultural marvels. Various inventions and works of literature that inspire the world are exported from here and inspired from those living far away. Page turns one last time. HBO, a nation that has seen better days as it has begun to burn various portions of its land as tax write-offs. And the book closes. Wow, Mama! The world is full of so many unique and interesting places, but the book doesn't mention the islands of Pirate. When did they rise up out of the hells and begin plaguing our homes with their demon armies? Ha ha ha! Well, I'm glad you asked, child. The light screen with the adorable... Oh no, I got out of roll 20. Ah! I gotta switch the song. There we go. The light screen with the adorable child learning an important lesson about history turns off as a fist slams into a nearby table. These stories are getting more and more ridiculous, folks. The new nations are just as bad as the old one. They disguise how expensive it is to live there by fooling you into personally trading with the other nations to get what you need to survive, and then kill you on taxes and trade penalties. The world needs another... The radio cuts off suddenly, and the sound of thunder booms loudly as lightning strikes the waters nearby. Bloody hells! A man gets up in dark, loose clothing, standing from a wooden chair, and begins walking towards a door, swaying heavily with the rocking of a ship. Crew, what's going on out there? The door slams open and chaos is plain to see. Dark storm clouds hang overhead as the waters rage below against the sides of the ship. We see 4 individuals on the deck of the ship trying to keep things together, trying to keep these things alive as the crew of this ship is currently experiencing a storm. Carrion, what do you imagine your character is trying to do to keep the ship together while the storm is raging?
Me with extensive sailing knowledge. Let me reel back in my mind and remember stuff from all the movies where this happens. Being very tall and buff, Carrion is doing the thing where they're holding like 2 different ropes to try and like hold something down or doing something with the rigging. Something and hello, and as this storm is raging, I imagine like the wind is like whipping everyone around and the rain is coming down really hard, and I'm standing out on the deck, maybe quite literally trying to hold the ship together.
Okay, absolutely. So do you see kind of like a Spider-Man moment? Maybe you've got like 2 ropes in one hand trying to keep like the sails from collapsing or something like that? Perfect. Yeah. I would like you to make me a strength like power check. So this is just kind of like a physical exertion of force. You're pretty strong. I'm going to make this a D6 difficulty check.
So I roll a d6, and I
roll a d6
under my power level, right?
Yes. And what's your power level? I know it's not over 9,000. 4. Perfect.
2.
Okay, perfect. Good vibes. Good vibes. Amazing. So
rolling low.
This is kind of a constant effort, but you're holding these 2 ropes, keeping these sails open, just doing your best to keep your position as the ship is rocking back and forth, pushing you to and fro, and water is splashing all over the place. Busty, what are you doing?
Oh my god.
The storm super caught me unawares, and even though I usually hang out in the, what's the tall thing called? At
the like crow's nest?
Yes, even though I usually hang out there and I probably should have seen it on the horizon, I didn't. So I think what's happening is trying to help Rian like to keep the sails going and all of that. She's swinging, being very limber from like rope to rope, trying to keep the sails going in the right direction. Or close them if we need to just sort of let the waves take us instead of the wind.
Okay, perfect. So you're strategizing a bit, right? You think?
Yeah, I think a little bit.
Okay, so why don't you give me a mind roll? So I think this is going to be like a D4 check.
Okay.
So you just want to take a D4 and aim to get below your mind, which is, what's your mind level?
A 1.
A 1, perfect. That's gonna go great.
Nat 1, nat 1, nat 1. Let's go.
If I get a 1, does it count as well, or have to?
Yeah, if you get a 1, you succeed.
So you have to roll a 1.
I rolled a 1.
Oh!
Yes!
Incredible! Okay, perfect. So, you're just kind of like organizing things, keeping an eye out, doing an incredible job, and then our camera shifts focus and moves over to Calvert. Calvert, what are you up to in this moment?
So I think Calvert is this very short and kind of stocky brown-skinned person. They have like both sides of their head shaved, and the rest of their like long mop of hair is in a ponytail. And they are standing, I think, right next to the the steering wheel. I don't know what it's called on a ship, but the steering wheel.
If it's helpful to you, I also don't know ship terms at all. So we can call it whatever we want.
The steering wheel. They are standing next to it, next to whoever is helping steer the ship. And right now, Calvert is trying to sing out into the sky, into the thunderous clouds, in order to try and figure out which direction we should go in order to sail us out of the storm.
Okay. Perfect. So using your echolocation, I think this is gonna be like a soul check.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say a DC 6.
Okay. Let's go.
You're gonna roll a D6. You want to get under your soul. What's your soul rank?
My soul rank is 4, and I just got a 1.
Hey! The Hamnah luck
Yes.
continues.
Yes.
For those who don't know, in chat, I have notoriously terrible luck with dice, and I always roll terribly low, but that's working out for me in this system.
Absolutely. And you, for kind of chat's like edification as well, or knowledge, you also have, is it a general skill or a specific skill in echolocation?
That is a specific skill.
Okay, so normally, the way the system works, and you have general skills, specific skills, and weaknesses. For general skills, you get a +1 to your like success range for a roll. For specific skills, you get a +1 as well as a reroll. And then for weaknesses, you get a -1 to your success range. In this game, we have a fun little thing where the group is a polycule and everybody's weakness is another character. And so it's a big little roundabout. We'll learn more about that as we go. But perfect. You're doing incredible. I love it. Tallow, what do you find yourself doing right now?
Well, I have been working on rigging, which requires ropes and rope play, rope work. But I think as I look around, are we the only 4 people on the ship?
So it's you 4, and then the captain of the ship has just walked out. They're a relatively tall person. They've got a large kind of beard made of clouds, and you can see some like little thunder strikes coming out of the beard. Besides that, they have some dark hair with little bits of gray kind of pulled back into a short kind of ponytail, dark skin, and very loose dark clothing.
Okay.
You would know that he is a Celesti.
Okay. I stand about 5'10". I have a rather muscular build, and I have long dark hair, which pushes back with the wind. It's whipping around. Somehow it does that thing where, like, if you have long hair and you're in a car and the windows are down, it's kind of awful because it gets all in your face. But it doesn't do that, right? It does the opposite of that, and it just kind of blows away. And as a crack of thunder rolls overhead and washes us all in this pale light, you can see a shimmer across my skin. It's almost as if someone's crushed glass or made dust of diamonds, and it's just poured over my features, and my eyes glow vibrantly as I move about. And I would like to use empathy to keep calm and encourage everyone. We've done this a million times before, my beautiful partners.
What?
Friends, companions, party. We've done this before. Comrades. That's perfect. Okay.
They were comrades. Oh my god, they were comrades.
My beautiful buddies. Okay.
No.
I would like to use empathy.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. You can do that. So that's going to be a soul-based check. I'm going to say this is just a D4 for the difficulty. What's your soul?
My soul's 4, so I automatically pass.
You automatically pass.
But I'll roll anyway. I got a 4.
Well, good thing you automatically pass then. So, you're able to keep everybody composed and focused as you're standing there, just kind of speaking encouragements to everybody. You know everyone really well, so you're able to kind of direct little compliments and encouragements to everybody specifically, and it's going great.
And I do it in a really hot way where I'm like pointing with a sword, and I just have a sword for no reason as I'm like, you're doing great.
I think Bestie falters just a little bit. Seeing Tallow, her weakness.
True. Seeing this, why is too gay marked as like a weird term in chat? Okay, that's
thank
fine.
You.
So
we are all too gay.
Our camera kind of zooms out and we see the chaos on this ship that was existing before pulling together as you all are managing your stations incredibly well. The captain, Eddie Beach, runs up and goes to the steering wheel and starts kind of wresting control of the ship, helping you all to navigate these dark, dangerous waters. And after a time, falling exhausted after hours worth of just kind of surviving the storm, you finally found peace. I'm just gonna use this one. Calm waters have finally been reached. You're on your way back to the islands of Pirate. A large festival is about to take place, the Festival of the Pirate King. During these times, various challenges take place on the islands for crews to prove themselves in front of the king that they are truly the best, the brightest pirates that these isles have ever seen. And Eddie Beach has made it their mission. The past years since he recruited you all, that the next time these challenges came, he would find favor in the king's eyes. It's been his largest goal to be recognized on the Isles, to be feared by the other nations, and to bring great wealth and prosperity to their people. When you first met him, loosely right after the last festival took place, he explained all of these lofty kind of goals that he had and his dreams and what they wanted to do for the world and for their home. And speaking this way, they inspired you. And you joined their incredibly small crew because it's you four and then him. You were all kind of like a 4-for-1 deal, basically. But since then, you've been traveling together. And now you're finally resting on the deck of the ship. And we're gonna travel back in time for a moment. You all recently finished a fairly large adventure. It could have been slaying a large sea beast. It could have been kind of capturing various goods from one of the neighboring nations' vessels. Could have just been going sightseeing. But Stella, what exactly do you think happened on your last adventure?
The last adventure that we were all a part of, we discovered something unexpected. And we met a challenge that we didn't think we were prepared for. But in the end, we managed to make it through together. But we did need to leave something behind.
Carrion, what did you leave behind?
Oh no.
The fifth member of the
I was about to say.
RX. Oh geez. Okay. I think in discovering this unexpected thing, I think we went through a lot of trials and tribulations together, and perhaps we discovered some piece of knowledge or something, and in order to get the thing that we got, perhaps we had to give up something important, like a memory or something. We had to leave behind some memory from each of our pasts.
Ooh, interesting. What memory do you think you left?
For me, I think there's a brief flashback scene to a very much younger Carrion. They look very different than they do now, dressed in finery, and their hair was much longer, and their face clean of the makeup that they typically wear now. And I think we hear two voices calling them by a name that is different, echoed in the background. And I think the camera like kind of zooms in on Carrion's face as they step out of the window of their room, and they scale the vines down to the ground, and they run away. And I think the thing that Carrion chooses to leave behind is memories of their childhood.
As the
growing up
camera,
in that place.
as we watch kind of this vision of your childhood, suddenly dark splotches begin to find their way onto the screen until finally we simply see the face of a young child smiling, and then one final splotch covers the screen and it burns away, revealing you laying on the deck of the ship, breathing heavily. And you look over towards, let me get my flow chart. You look over towards Busty. Busty, after kind of being exhausted, surviving kind of this encounter with a storm, what do you imagine you're doing right now just to kind of catch your breath?
I think she's taking a bath in salt water. She's trying to scrub away the ickiness of all the emotional things that she's gone through. She wants to feel something else on her. So salt, when it sticks to the oil in your skin and you have that sort of grime, it gives you something else to focus on. So I think she's kind of swimming around in water that probably goes up to her waist and is just scrubbing at her arms and her stomach and her thighs.
And I am looking.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
As you're scrubbing away at just kind of your skin and this kind of the ick of the dirty water, your mind begins to drift. And it drifts to something now forgotten, something you gave up. What memory do you think you gave up to get this piece of knowledge or whatever it may have been that you traded?
A slightly younger, but not much younger, Bustamante is at a dock. She's eating some food. She's by herself, and she sees this gorgeous person who we would all know as Tallow. And she's seeing Tallow for the first time, and her heart drops into her stomach, and you can see that physically happen to her as her mouth just falls open. And she hesitates for a moment, but knows that she's not taken too many risks in her life. And she gets up and she just walks over and she says, "Hi, you don't know me, but you are the most beautiful person I've ever seen. Do you want to be my friend?"
And as those words hang in the air, they fade and they echo. And then, like trying to speak under water, that sound not being able to travel very far, this memory floats away like bubbles to the surface and pop and is gone. But as you're scrubbing and as you look, the memory may be gone, but the love you hold in your heart kind of bursts to life once again as you see Tallow on the deck of the ship. And Tallow, what do you find yourself doing?
On the deck of the ship, of course, I'm going about and organizing all of the materials we have there. Someone's got to keep this place tidy. It's important that there's a measure of order here. When there's chaos, you need to know where you can reach a reliable tool. And if it's not there, it could be a matter of life and death. So as I'm going about putting things where they belong, I'm focused on my work. My eyes don't wander. My hands are deliberate and determined. I've done this for many years, and I know exactly what to do.
And as you're focused, and as you're counting and arranging and organizing, we kind of get a flashback as well to you standing in a strange place, in a place you made a deal, in a place where you gave up a memory. And what did you give up?
I gave up the memory of something very good that happened to me. I came across a rather peculiar spirit in my youth. Being part spirit, I understand the wild ways and the places in between. I've been there. And in this particular memory that I let go, they gave me a blessing. They said that it would be fortune that follows me so long as I do good. That it would be a type of magic. That kindness would follow kindness, and the universe would be good to me. But for one reason or another, I chose to let that go.
And as you let that go, and the memory fades, and we see you once again counting and organizing, our camera moves slightly, and we find Calvert. Calvert, what are you doing on the ship currently?
Calvert is laid down on a bunch of sacks, I think, comfortably, with his legs up on a barrel, and he has an acoustic guitar in his hands, and they are gently strumming a tune to help boost morale on the ship while everybody rests and rejuvenates and puts all of the different pieces of the ship back together. Calvert knows that it is important that everybody's spirits, pun intended, are kept up throughout this task. But all the while that they're doing that, their gray eyes, which kind of look like storm clouds, starting to part as if they were mimicking the weather around us. Their eyes continue to follow, I think, first Tallow, then Busty, and landing on Carrion just a little bit longer than everyone else. And they try to play a tune that they think everyone would like.
And as the tune plays, at first it starts relatively jovial, something to uplift everyone's spirits. But then as the tune goes on longer and longer, a pang of almost sadness begins to creep its way into the song. And we see you. And we see a memory that's no longer remembered, but was given away. What did you give away?
We find the scene on a bed. It is on some sort of port of call while the four of us here on this crew were stationed somewhere. And in this bed, we find Carrion and we find Calvert laying there together. I think underneath the sheets, we see Calvert kind of sit up, pull out their guitar from underneath somewhere off to the side, and they ask Carrion, "What do you want me to play?" And
Anything you want.
what's your favorite song?
I think Rion pauses for a moment, trying to think. Because I don't know if they really have one. And they're trying very hard to think of an answer that's not going to come out incredibly cheesy. And I think Calvert can see that Carrion's really trying to think. But after maybe a little bit too long of the scrunched face, like too hard thinking face, Carrion just turns over and like looks at you like this and says, "Whatever song you want to play, that's my favorite."
And Calvert blushes, I think, at that. And they look long and hard at Ryan, to cock their head to the side. And they play the first song that comes to mind, looking at them. And I think the memory that Calvert has chosen to give up is not the memory of this incident, but the memory of that song. It's a song that he can never play again.
Well, that's sad.
The
And I
song
think-
ended on time.
And I think Carrion still hums it. I think that's like the sad part, is that Carrion will just hum this absent-mindedly. And Calvert doesn't know it. Not anymore.
And as the memory of the song fades away, and everyone returns to the deck of the ship, listening to this soothing song that Calvert is playing, Eddie sits beside for a moment, listening relaxing. And as the song begins to lull, they turn. You know, I think, as useful as you all are, I always underappreciated and undervalued the usefulness of a song until you came to the ship.
Thank you. That actually means a lot to me. Someone as esteemed as you as a pirate, I really hope that we all, I think, all of us, and Calvert kind of gestures to the crew, that we all make you proud.
You're all doing great. And
Thanks.
I know once we get back to the shores of Pirate, you'll continue to do so. But we need to make plans. And he pulls out the sheet of parchment and rolls it out. And on the sheet of parchment is kind of a large map of the pirate islands of Pirate. All over it, there are various tokens and little icons representing different events that are happening on the islands during this kind of celebratory event. What do you want to take part in?
What is there?
As we're all kind of gathering together, Tallow disappears, slipping away quietly for a moment, and returns with a cup of tea, silently sets it next to Calvert, and then leans in to look at the table.
Oh, thank you, Tallow. Did you not bring one for yourself?
Oh, it's fine. Enjoy. What are we going to do?
How are you ready with that, Jay?
I have, if you haven't been on a stream with me before, I have almost a dozen sticky notes of all 3-letter words. I only let myself pick 3-letter words, and I got a bunch of them.
That's iconic.
Got a bunch. I'm always ready. Just like I'm ready for this game. What are the games on this map, Emma?
Eddie begins pointing at various icons. This is a one-on-one combat. This is a music competition. This is a obstacle course.
And there's 2 more. What are these 2?
How dare you, for one?
A fashion show. Interesting.
A fashion show. And this one's a drinking competition.
Oh, we should all join that one.
Yeah.
And any other competitions that you would like to add to the narrative.
A cook-off.
There's a cook-off.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
And after the cook-off is an eating contest to eat all of the things that were cooked.
What's
Yep.
Jeopardy? That sounds cool.
It's a very confusing game of knowledge.
Oh,
How to,
okay. I wouldn't be very
what
good
is
at
that? You want to be a millionaire? What is that?
Another confusing game about knowledge.
What if I want to be a millionaire, though?
You can try.
I can't count that high, so I'm not really sure
Oh,
that
is
would
it
work
counting?
out
I'm
for
not
me.
good at that either. I'm not good at that or accounting.
I'm good with numbers, but only up to 69.
That's the important number.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
we can each enroll in one challenge. What do you want to enroll in?
Well, I mean, the music competition seems pretty straightforward for me.
I think I want to do the obstacle course.
I would love to watch you in the obstacle course.
You're not gonna come to the music competition then?
Oh, I
No.
will.
We're all gonna go to all of them. Are they
Oh.
at the same time?
They're not at the same time, no.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate and be double booked or something.
Yeah. No, we get time to go and watch one another, and at the end of all of the events, there will be a group event that changes every year.
Hey, Rian, have you considered doing the combat?
Oh,
Just you've got the big muscle thing going for you. So
oh, thanks. Sure, if you say so.
Can I just say this like flow chart, like polycule thing is the most amazing thing that has ever been invented. All of the characters just kind of ping-ponging like, yeah, I'll support that.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, of course.
We all have ulterior motives, I see.
This one seems to be a test of marksmanship.
Ooh.
you have really good aim.
Yeah, you do. Always aim good. You aim good. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I always hit my mark.
I'm really good at blowing. My the blowgun that I have.
True.
You are.
I get it. Yeah.
I can hit
Nice.
things too.
Yeah.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
want to
no,
do-
that we're all well aware of. Sorry.
Yeah. Do you want to do the obstacle course, or do you want to do the marksmanship competition?
Yes.
You can only do one.
Yeah, I'll do the obstacle course.
All right.
Cappy, what are you doing?
I'm going to do
You're gonna do
a cooking competition.
ah nice.
Ooh, are you gonna submit your meat pie? The one that you made last week? It was delicious.
Oh, that kind of meat pie.
Mm.
Well, I mean, are you allowed to submit the other kind? Because then I think we could all help.
Oh yeah. Is that an option?
No, I don't think so.
I don't get it.
I think it's just the regular.
Oh,
Um,
the captain has more interesting things in their pants other than this map.
Like what? Oh. Okay.
Well, we should all prepare,
Nice.
and we're probably getting close to the islands now.
Oh, I can
Cal-
check.
Yeah, Calvert.
Calvert starts singing into the distance again.
Yeah, they're close.
yeah. I think we are about half a day's sail away.
All right. Well, we should all be getting ready.
Hey Emma,
Yeah,
what is our point of sale?
I don't know what that
I
means.
found my notes from sailing basics that I made for D&D more than like 3 years ago.
Could
That
you?
is the boat's direction relative to the wind.
Good.
I like
So we
that.
are
Yes,
we
good.
are running then. We must be running, which means the wind is behind us, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Oh, I
totally.
thought you said point of sale. I was like, well, do we have a cashier? Or...
Oh god, not this again.
Not that kind of point of sale.
Oh my god. I'm gonna change my lights.
Okay. So you all continue the day, just kind of doing what you can around the ship, keeping things clean, keeping things organized, until the islands of Pirate come into the distance. and we got some fun music.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. The pirate islands of Pirate are a very spread out chain of islands, none of them being incredibly large, but enough to house small communities on each one. As you're approaching, you see various kind of fireworks being shot off into the sky, and there are large kind of streamers and paints on each of the building, just kind of making the islands very vibrant and alive. Your ship kind of goes and crests between the islands, eventually reaching the main island and docking there for a small fee. Getting off, you know that the islands, or the competition and the celebrations don't officially begin until the next morning. You have kind of found your way here at sundown, and the captain has stepped off, and immediately upon stepping off the ship, you see his balance kind of like swaying and shifting as he's not used to being on kind of level ground, because it's been a while. You just kind of
let me help you. I think Calvert goes and tries to catch the captain under the arms to steady them.
Oh, I will also help. I steady Calvert's arms as Calvert steadies the captain.
Not this.
Thank you. It's appreciated. I think I'm going to, the land's a bit swayy. I'm gonna go drink until it's not as swayy.
I think drinking makes land more swayy, but you
Well,
you know
we
best.
could go figure it out.
Is there food?
There will be food at a tavern, yes. And he begins to walk off, and you all can join at the tavern, or you can go and explore the islands and do whatever you want. There are food stalls and markets and various forms of entertainment, musicians kind of lining the streets. Yeah, it's been a while since you've been kind of back at the islands and in a hub of civilization.
Wait, guys. I will be right back. Don't look for me. And Carrion's gonna run, like just take off running. And I want to go find a stall of someone selling flowers.
Okay, absolutely. So everybody's kind of left in your dust for a moment, as you run off down the dock. And as you approach kind of the city center, there's a well in the town center, where people get their water from, and around this stall or around the well are various stalls and merchants who are selling things that are a bit more kind of commercial and not like luxury, but kind of utility rather than just food. And as you're looking around here, you see a cart that's just filled to the brim with these baskets that are full of very vibrant and colorful flowers. There are like pinks and blues and whites, all sorts of flowers. Don't ask me to compare them to real life flowers because I'm bad at that.
Well, Carrion is going to go pick a bouquet for each of their partners, and is also going to get the captain some flowers as well. And I think they spend like a decent amount of time picking. Carrion doesn't know a lot about flowers. They don't know anything about like flower meanings or any of that. They're just picking what like reminds them of their partners, like color-wise. And so after they buy some flowers and they just toss some money on the counter, they're gonna like come running back, but with the flower bouquets, and they're gonna try and find everybody.
Yeah, I think, what are the rest of you doing before we resolve that?
I'm waiting because I do what I'm told.
All right there, sub. I think Calvert is trying very, very hard to wait, but like similar to like golden retriever energy, like he is just like kind of antsy to like get out into the entertainment district and to like see what's out here. It's been so long since we got to see anything, and so I think the longer Carrion takes, the more that they're like inching like slowly towards the street with all the entertainment, but they're still around, I think.
Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. Plus one sticky note.
I know.
I
Did
think
you just tell I just
Busty's-
made this one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Busty's just standing behind Tallow, and she can see that it's like a little hot out, and maybe like little beads of sweat are starting to form on everyone. So she's gonna braid Tallow's hair so that they can put it off to the side of their shoulder.
I will do this to commit to the bit.
Yes. Commit.
Nice.
And I'm standing there. I don't seem to notice, but I welcome it. And I feel like this is something that we kind of do regularly.
Yeah,
So it doesn't seem to distract me very much as I'm like, oh, Calvert, yes, so we should wait. Yes.
I know, but there's just so much. Have you seen all the lights over there? I wonder what they're doing.
Uh-huh. Yeah? You like lights?
I mean, it's just they're so bright.
Oh, look! Rion is back.
And I think like you see like from your spot on the docks, like running out from the town, you see Carrion running, holding like these like big bouquets, and they're like they spin around like doing a 360, like eyes scanning, like looking for them. And they see the four of you, unless the captain's wandered away. Did the captain wander away for drinks?
I think he's kind of doing what Calvert was doing, but a little bit more so. He's kind of gotten a
so
little
like kind of like
further
inching
away,
down
but
the
it's-
docks. Okay.
Yeah.
And when Carrion sees that the four of you are exactly where, or almost exactly where they left everyone, they just do a big thing of like just hiding all the flowers behind them as best they can. And then they just like walk up to the group and just say, oh, y'all waited. I thought y'all would be getting food or something. Food sounds really nice. Anyways, here. And Carrion produces the bouquets from behind their back and gives the captain first and says, for you, Cappy, thanks for getting us through that storm, and this one's for you, Tallow. Oh, your hair looks so nice. And and
thank you.
Busty, these are for you, and for you, Calvert, for you. Yeah.
Thank you. What's the occasion?
You three are very pretty, and you too, Cap. Yeah.
Thank you.
I could
Listen,
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate that you all are trying. You try to include me as best as you can. It's okay. You don't have to.
No. I wanted to get you flowers.
That's very kind. Thank you. Yes, very, very kind.
So there's food.
Yes, and drinks, and I'm gonna go do that. And he begins to wander off.
And Carrion like spins back around to the three of you, and is just like literally standing there, hands on their hips, just like smiling.
That was very sweet of you, Rion. I think he'll come around. Don't worry about their reaction.
It's fine. It's fine. Do you like them?
I do. I think you put a lot of thought into these, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I picked them really good.
You did. I especially like that you picked the ones that were a little dead. It's very you.
The dead things are pretty.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, all of the flowers are now dying because they were picked. So in a
Yes.
way, they are beautiful
That too.
as they are dying.
But Carrion,
you.
you can bring them back to life, can't you?
Do you want your flowers more alive? I can make them more alive. Yeah, totally.
No, it's okay. I just, I'm just saying that if Busty if wants that, then that's something you can do.
Do magic. I want to do magic.
Not this.
Do you have any spells that will restore flowers back to life?
I don't know. Let me look.
Is that actually how Carrion does magic? I just need to know.
Is that how we all do magic?
Please no.
You can do magic
Emma
however
did
you'd
say
like.
this game is not canon, but if it was canon, I would automatically establish that that's how all witches do magic. Can I heal the flowers?
Sure.
Because I have healing magic.
Why not? Yeah, totally.
Because I can summon a ghost, I could jump scare the flowers, I can absorb, I can punch the flower. No.
Let me punch these flowers back to life.
Yeah, no. Okay, I'm gonna heal the flowers. But like how it actually looks, because that was a bit, everyone watching, that was a bit. Carrion just reaches out and just like maybe a little bit unceremoniously like sticks their hand into Busty's bouquet and closes
Into their
eyes
what now?
into their bouquet.
Their
into her
bouquet? What?
I'm
Bouquet.
sorry,
Hey.
No, okay. Anyways, I do the magic and I heal it.
Yeah, and so as your hand is inside the bouquet, and it begins to glow this kind of, what kind of color does your magic glow, do you think?
I think red. I think most people, when they do like necromancers, it's kind of like purple or like blue, but I want to go with the red. To stick with the whole red theme we got going.
I love it. Perfect. So this warm red light begins to glow and radiate outside of the bouquet, and
I did this to myself.
and the flowers begin to rejuvenate. They weren't too dead, but they were slightly wilted, and life begins to come into their little leaves again. Petals, that's the word.
They open. The flowers
They open.
open a little bit more, and they look more plump and fresh. And what am I doing here? But and then I withdraw my hand, and I just am just like kind of like tapping my fingertips together, kind of looking. Yeah, you like that? Anybody else want?
Mine
flower?
are perfectly good the way they are. You have chosen an excellent bunch. These will actually prove to be quite useful. I can use them in a number of potions.
Oh, do you want mine too then?
Oh, blush. All the blood just rushes to my face and my ears are pink. Yes, I would. Thank you.
I'll keep one for myself, and you can have the rest.
Yes.
And I think Calvert puts the one like again, like in their hair against their ear.
As the bouquet is being transferred, my hands linger on yours a little too long, and then I hold them against my bosom. Thank you.
Of course, your potions are always so useful, so anything we can do to help.
It's good to not die. And I begin to
agree.
walk away.
And
I
as-
think I'm also walking to go get some food.
Nom noms.
Perfect.
Nom noms.
And as you all begin to walk, slowly strolling down the pier, in the time that you're all hanging out, waiting for the flowers to come and the flowers being delivered and resuscitating the flowers and giving flowers away and flirting, another ship has docked and the crew has begun to get off. And you
Get
see...
off.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's how you do that.
You see a man dressed in finery, with another similarly dressed man as well, kind of stepping off of this ship, with a crew of, more kind of ragtag folks, like a bit of dirt and grime kind of all over them. And the main man kind of stands tall, placing his hands on his hips, looking around. The pirate islands of Pirate. What a wonderful sight to see. Incredible. So what do we do now? And he kind of like leans over, begins talking to somebody, and they just kind of like shrug, and they're like, you just kind of hang out, I guess? Well, to the tavern. And they all start kind of walking and heading the way of the tavern. But they wander off, and you all get to do whatever the heck you want.
I think we were heading to the tavern as well.
We would like
All
to
this
go to the
talk, we
tavern.
keep saying food, so I'm gonna assume we were walking to the tavern.
Walking and flirting. Yes.
Yes.
We're flirting the whole
Yes.
way.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And as we head to the tavern, to see who perhaps these people are, and to get food, and to maybe run into the captain again, we are going to take a quick break because I really need to pee.
Thank you for sharing, Emma.
You're welcome. I'm happy to provide that knowledge anytime. So thank you so much for hanging out with us so far. We've gotten a lot of kind of ground established and relationships and things like that established. And this second half of the session, we're gonna see some action and things happening. So please
What
stick
kind of
around.
action? Find
the-
out
The
back when we come back from break.
Gay. Wet. Action.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you all so much, and we'll see you when we get back.
All right. Bye. Be back in about 5 minutes.
We got the fun music again. You all enter into the tavern, which, because of chat, is now absolutely going to be named the Busty Bouquet. I feel like it's very fitting.
Hey, it's you.
An honor.
Do you own this bar?
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness. How come you never told us about it?
Just for the record, she does not own this bar, and she knows she doesn't own this bar.
Do you get free food? Can I have free food?
Yeah, order anything you want.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna order the biggest meat pie.
Yeah, and you don't even have to pay. You can just leave afterwards.
Perfect. Busty, you're amazing.
Yes, you are. You're incredible.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness,
if-
keep going.
If you own this establishment, then that means it'd be all right if I pop into the kitchen and see if I can help, or perhaps look for.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I'll go
Alright.
with you. And just let them know who you are and what you're here to do.
I can do that.
Okay. Walk into the kitchen.
Yeah.
This is gonna be great. You all walk into the tavern. Inside there are large groups of pirates kind of scored around very, very small tables. Looking around, the other kind of pirates that you had seen on the dock beat you in here just barely, and a number of them have gathered around a table kind of like very off in the far right corner. But the seeming captain, who's dressed in very fine regalia, has pulled up to the bar to order some drinks, and you see that he is currently perched right beside your own captain. And your own captain looks a little flustered, perchance. But you all enter. And as you do, you see there are a few unconscious people next to one table that could probably be like brushed off a little bit, so you could overtake that table. But beyond that, there's not a lot of space. It's pretty crowded.
I think the first thing that Calvert does is since Tallow and Busty are going to the kitchen, I presume that leaves Carrion and Calvert together. So I think Calvert just kind of like looks up again. Reminder: Calvert is very short and Carrion is very tall, and so Calvert just kind of like looks up at Rian. Do you want a drink? I can get you whatever.
I would love a drink, thanks. Where should we sit? Is there like a rule? Is there rules about where to sit?
I don't think so. I mean, it's Busty's bar. We can sit wherever we want. We can probably kick people out of their tables.
Oh. Yeah. And I want to look around for the best table, whatever Carrion thinks is the best table.
There's a VIP section up. There's like little stairs on the right side of the bar that lead up to this partial second floor.
Okay.
That's just kind of like VIP. It's less crowded up there, but there still do seem to be a fair number of people.
Oh, hey, that sign says VIP. What does that mean?
I think that means voice in play. I don't know.
Oh.
Voice in play.
Okay. Well, it's less crowded there, and I jive at that. I'll go grab a table over there.
Okay.
What are you drinking?
Actually, I was thinking we could just drink some mead.
Okay, sounds good.
And I think Calvert doesn't actually even leave like Rian's side. Calvert just kind of like sweeps a hand and 2 glasses like go to the bar, fill up with mead, and then float over back to us, if that's okay with you, Emma. I can spend the points to cast spells if needed to accomplish this task.
I'll allow this. This is fine.
Amazing.
Oh, wait, did I have to spend points to heal the flowers? I didn't
Don't
even
worry
know we were
about it.
spending
This is a
points.
one
Okay,
shot.
cool. It was for free.
I'm not stressed.
free.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
For free?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
For free.
And I think so. I think Carrion, you see like 1 glass of mead like floating up by you.
Oh. Sick. Sure, let's sit down. And I'm gonna head over to the VIP section. Is there an open table, or am I gonna kick somebody out?
First there's a like security guard kind of
okay.
standing by the stairs. They're a large, very muscly woman with her hair kind of like shaved. And she... How tall are you, Rian?
I never established, but definitely over 6 feet. Like maybe 6'2", 6'3". I don't know. Very, very tall.
They look up at you. And who are you?
You should know who we are. No? We're friends of Busty's.
We're partners of Busty's.
Yeah, actually, yes, we are partners of Busty's. You know, the person who owns the bar.
The person who owns the bar is named Gregory.
That's not her name. That's really rude, actually. You shouldn't call people by the wrong name like that.
Well, I mean, he's up there currently.
I mean, if anything, her name is Bustamante. Like, I understand that Busty is a nickname and everything, but it's definitely not Gregory.
Yeah.
Um,
known her for a while.
Fight.
I think perhaps you all have been misinformed.
No, I think you've been misinformed, and that's okay. I totally understand. You know, sometimes people just get the wrong information, and it's not your fault at all.
I don't understand. Can we sit here, or what's good?
Listen, just give me a few coins and I'll let you buy. I don't particularly care that much.
But Busty said that we could do everything for free.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do not know who this busty person is that you keep talking about, but...
You know what? Thank you very much for all of your help, but I think we're okay. And Calvert starts to like try and get around this bodyguard and tries to like climb over the like. I assume there's a rope.
What are you doing?
Kind.
I see you. Like.
Yes, no, I understand that you can see me. I'm telling you that I don't. Thank you for your help, but it's not really necessary. And Calvert's continuing to climb over this rope.
I'm gonna undo the rope
No,
to make it easier for you.
they kind of put their arm out a little bit to stop you, Rian and Calvert. If this person tries to like grab the back of your shirt and like pull you back or something, or hold you back, are you one to try to avoid them grabbing your shirt in general, or are you just gonna try to power through? Oh, I can't hear you.
I'm muted. I'm gonna try and avoid them grabbing my shirt in general, and I would like to use my ability Improved Dodge
Okay.
to do so.
Okay, so you'll get advantage if I
Yes.
remember correctly.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll say them trying to grab you is gonna be like a D6 difficulty. So go ahead and roll 2d6.
Oh,
And what's your agility?
goodness. My agility is 3, and I rolled a 5, and then I rolled a 2. So I take the 2.
Okay,
Yay.
perfect. So you just kind of completely dodge out of the way and like rush up the stairs. And Rian, what are you doing to try to get past the security guard?
I would like to, as he reaches out for Calvert, Carrion, can I like basically can I mom arm him? Like try to like stop him from getting to Calvert, and as Carrion's arm like flies out, they say, "Do not touch my partner."
Listen, you're all breaking some rules right now. I don't care enough. I've told you this. I'll let you buy to join your partner if you give me a few coins.
Fine. And Carrion pulls like a couple like silver or whatever. I don't know what the money is in this world. Pulls out some money from their side bag. Which by the way, as Carrion does that, he can see that I have daggers on my belt as well. And I pull out a couple coins and I like do the thing that hot people do when you just like flick it towards them.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to just reach down with my hand and like take his chin and just say thanks and walk past.
Yeah. All right. And you walk past, and then they close the rope behind you. Just kind of shake their head and like look back out to the crowd.
Calvert trips on the stairs watching this whole thing happening, like full face plant into the stairs.
Oh my
before
God.
scrambling back up.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm great. So
Cool.
So good.
Yeah. I will have to talk to Busty. She said it was going to be free. I had to give him some money.
Oh, well, you just have some of mine.
No, it's fine. You paid for the drinks. It's fine.
No, I don't plan on paying for that.
Oh, okay. Well, it's still fine. And I would like to find a table and sit down. And I also want to like scope out this Gregory guy. Like, who the heck is this dude? Like, jeez.
Absolutely. Looking around, you kind of are looking for somebody who has the air of ownership around them. And you see one particular guy who is fairly old, has lost all of his hair, and has a lot of people around him just kind of sitting in like a velvety couch sort of area. And you're maybe your best guess. But I'm curious, as our camera shifts, as you're kind of perhaps staring at this person, Tallow and Busty, what are you two doing in the bar?
Just trying to find our way to the kitchen, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just all confidence, begin walking back to the kitchen.
I hold the door open for Busty.
And walking inside, you see like 3 people kind of working in a fairly cramped kitchen, and one of them looks at you. What are you doing in here?
Oh, hello. This won't be very long at all. Don't let me get in your way. And I move over to the shelves and I begin to open each cupboard and drawer and help myself to various things, stuffing my pockets.
This is a severe health violation. What are you doing?
I'm sure you were clean. I'm the owner of this establishment, and my good friend and lover, Tallow, would like to make some sweet treats for everyone. So just let them do their thing. She won't get in your way. Just keep doing your thing and make sure all of our customers are happy.
But you're not the owner of the... The owner's name is Cynthia.
No, I'm Busty, as in the name of the establishment.
Busty is named... The tavern is
her
named
name.
because Cynthia has a respectable bosom, but it is not named after a person.
No, you don't understand. Busty's name is on the building.
And my name is Potato. I don't own all the potatoes.
Oh, I mean, obviously that's different. Your name is
It's not different. It's the same thing you're saying.
No, it's different.
Just give us 2 minutes. We'll be in and out. Don't worry about it, okay?
I'm almost done already.
I don't understand what's happening.
You're getting behind on orders. I think you need to keep working.
You know what? Potatoes are actually... We're low on potatoes. I move over. I
You
put
don't know what you're talking about.
potato sack on my shoulder. This will be... Yes. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
And you
Have a
leave.
good evening.
I hold the door open for Busty.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
They were kind of rude.
Yes, but maybe they worked for a long time.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
they're
obviously I'm
tired.
all for workers' rights and unions and everything, but, you know, when the owner of the bar comes in, you should have a little bit more decorum and respect. That's it.
Well, it is quite cramped in there.
We'll have to
But we
see
have
that.
potatoes now.
Yes. And you've been talking about that recipe for a while. So,
Stuffed potatoes.
that sounds so good.
Funny enough, that was Potato's nickname in high school.
Is our pirate crew unionized?
Yeah. We're
That's a
totally
good question.
unionized.
Are you?
Yes.
We're totally
I would-
unionized.
I'd
Cool,
think
cool.
it kind of like goes with the territory, and that
Yeah.
you're the only crew and you're
We're
a
the
polycule.
only unionized pirate crew, dude.
Polycule unionize. Yeah.
So you all meet together once again. Tallow, are you making anything with all of this stuff you just stole, or what are you up to?
Tallow.
Sorry.
I just realized that there's a bot
Yeah.
that's been repeating what people are saying and replacing things
Yes,
with
that's
butt.
a buy.
Oh,
I thought it was a
Butspot,
person
yeah.
who was just like being really funny and harassing everybody. And I was like, I love you, whoever you are. And it's a bot. Okay, that makes a lot more
What was
sense.
the question? I was not listening.
Are you
Sorry.
doing anything with all this food you stole, or do you just have it?
As we're passing the bodyguard going up to the rest of our polycule, I dump the sack into the arms of the security guard and I say, "Can you take it to our ship? Thank you. All right, bye."
That's not my job. And you just kind of keep going up the stairs.
Clomp, 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 clomp.
And I think,
Tallow,
yeah,
Tallow,
we're waving.
right here, Tallow.
Ah, yes.
Busty,
pull-
we saved you a seat, both of you.
I'll pull the chair out
Busty.
for Busty.
Quick question, Busty. The dude made me pay to get in up here in the
What did
VIP
you
section.
pay?
Yeah, I paid. to be nice or whatever.
Also,
but he
he's
made me
very
pay.
rude. He said that your name
Yeah.
was Gregory, which is not unless
Yeah.
is your name Gregory?
No,
Yeah.
my name is Bustamante.
That's what
Yeah,
I
that's what I-
said.
Yeah.
Well, they thought my name was Cynthia in the kitchen, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh, you have drinks.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I can grab you too some as well. And Calvert once again flicks their hand and another 2 drinks come up from the stairs, passing by the security guard with a sack of potatoes in their hand. And they float down on the table in front of Busty and one in front of Tallow.
What should we cheers to?
To Busty's very successful business. And to our love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always our love.
To Busty's bountiful bouquet. Cheers.
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 And as you cheers and the glasses clink together, the camera kind of like zooms over the little railing, and we see, even though it's been a good 5 minutes or so, the captain is still talking to this finely dressed man, and then things fade, and it is the next morning. Is there anything in particular you would have liked to have happened the night before?
Yeah, what's our
that
sleeping
you would like-
situation?
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
ask the
that's a
same
great
thing.
question.
All of
Um,
us on top of each other.
Yes.
Who's on
For
top then?
warmth.
Who's on top?
Not
Tallow.
me.
There we go. Ayo. I feel like I
If
don't
we're
wanna,
all like
volunteer
spooning, if we're
people,
actually
but-
all spooning, I feel like I'm the biggest spoon if I'm the tallest of the group.
That makes sense.
Can I be baby
Yeah.
spoon?
Yeah.
Smallest spoon? Okay.
Yeah, I'll go behind Tallow.
Okay, and I'll be in between Calvert and Carrion.
Yeah.
Do you all just get a giant bed and then you spoon in a circle? Just kind of like
Yes.
the flow chart.
Yes.
Yes.
That
Yes.
happens. Yes.
Actually, that's the better option. We sleep
yeah, that one.
like
I picked
in a
that
circle.
one.
Yeah, sleep in a
Those like
circle on his bed.
cats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Like
terrible
sleeping with
for
like
our backs, but it's fine.
it's like heads on stomachs, but like in a circle.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
actually really cute.
That is
Until
really
someone
cute.
farts. Oh no.
And like one person starts laughing, and then everyone starts laughing because your head is like going like this.
Iconic.
We all sleep very soundly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody farted.
Nope.
No one snores,
Great work, everybody.
and we
So-
only slept last night.
Yeah.
Only slept?
Yeah. First
right,
time.
right.
We were only sleeping.
Okay, perfect.
That's a good idea for a new social media platform. Only sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Could make that instead of Twitter.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's the next morning.
So it's the next morning, everybody, and the celebrations and competitions have officially begun. Early in the morning, to kind of kick off the day of events, the king goes into the town square to address everyone, to wish them well, and to get things started. You all wake up early enough to go to this, and you meet up with your captain, who seems very exhausted. But you all go and join the town square, and after a little bit, the king stands on a wooded platform that is raised about 10 feet above the various crowds, and speaks into a magically augmented device. And King Bethica, what's up?
That ye old microphone.
The old microphone, yep.
Did you just say
King-
King Bethica?
I did, yes. Thank you for asking.
Okay.
So King Bethica addresses the crowd. Welcome, everyone, to the 27th annual King's Competition of Revelry, Piracy, and Miscellaneous Competitions. We are gathered here today for you all to prove to me which among you is the best, the most notable, to lead our gathered forces against our enemies, the various kingdoms that exist around us, to help me steal and plunder their riches, to help me get what is ours and get what is due. There are various events. I hope you have all signed up to plenty, and I look forward to seeing what you can do. And she dismisses all of you, and I'm hearing a lot of Roll20 notifications.
Don't mind us in the player chat. Don't mind us.
And yeah, so she disperses the crowd and events have begun. I would like you all to roll me a D4.
Like just a D4?
Actually,
not-
no, I'm gonna roll a D4. That makes more
Oh,
sense.
okay. Okay.
Yeah,
one
what
fear.
if we all roll like 2? I don't
Yeah.
think that helps you.
Yeah. Yeah. Hamnah,
Yes.
Calvert,
Yes.
your event is first. The music competition. You've been preparing for this your whole life. As you arrive, there are a number of musicians that kind of play on various pirate crews gathered already. There's a large stage and kind of a concert-esque venue set up. Lots of standing room as the rest of you are gathered in kind of a large crowd at the base of this stage. A number of people get up on stage, play some songs. They're doing decently, but nothing like spectacular. But then somebody notable stands up. Somebody that you recognize as having been from the crew of the fancy gentleman that you had seen the night before. He's got kind of textured, like very poofy hair that's not extremely well kempt, but has a vague like shape to it. He's very tall and lanky, and he pulls out a lute. And he begins playing, and it is fairly... This music is getting a little bit repetitive, so I'm going to change it up. It's fairly like a very well-structured song. It's well played. This person is very talented. As talented as you? Who knows? But talented indeed. And at the end of his song, the crowd cheers. So far, it seems he is well and above the best of the people who have played so far. But then it's your turn. How do you approach this situation? What sort of song do you find yourself playing? Just kind of take the reins here.
I think Calvert walks up to the stage. There is a single stool that is there in the center of the stage, and he sits down on it. He's got a guitar strapped to his back that they pull out. It's an acoustic guitar, and they place it against their legs. And they dramatically look up into the crowd, their storm cloud eyes scanning. And I think he rests them on Rian, who is in the crowd. Finds the whole polycule, but particularly zones in on Rian. And I think they cast Telepathic Link in the moment before they start to play in order to connect.
What does that do for the chat?
Telepathic Link is a spell that allows me to connect with up to 2 targets within range and establish a telepathic link. Each person in the chosen group can communicate with one another telepathically. So for this purpose, Carrion and I have the ability to communicate through our minds. And I think Calvert just quickly says, "This one's for you."
I think every time you use that power, Carrion is just a little startled. And so as you're looking at them, Carrion is looking directly back at you, and then you send that telepathically, and Rian just goes, and then you hear back, "Aw, thanks."
And I think Calvert intended to play one song, but through, if I may, I'm just gonna get real fucky with it. But through the power of the telepathic link, I think Calvert inadvertently ends up playing the song that he had forgotten.
Ooh, okay. I like this. So, very gay. As you're connected there, you two looking at one another in a pregnant pause before you pick up your acoustic guitar and place your hands on the frets, preparing to play one song. But then your mind fills with a hum. A hum you've heard Rian kind of do around the ship before, but one you've not heard in its entire completion. But as this hum echoes in the spaces of your mind, almost instinctually, your fingers begin to move. And I would like you to make a soul check. The difficulty is going to be a D8.
Ooh.
No! Okay. All right.
This is the hardest roll so far.
Roll low.
No!
Roll low.
No! I rolled a 7 and my soul is 4.
No.
As Calvert begins to play, does anybody in the crowd wish to help him in any way?
What I imagine, and you can tell me no, but as this telepathic link is established, and I think just in Carrion's neurodivergent brain, I think that song from years ago is just always playing. It's just something that's always on my mind, especially when I'm gazing into the eyes of one of my partners, specifically the one who played that song all those years ago. And I think Carrion all these years has wondered why Calvert has never played that song again. But as his fingers begin to play that song, I think firstly Carrion breaks into a wide grin, a smile that, because I think Carrion smiles a lot, but like not like this. I imagine Calvert starts playing notes that are wrong or just off, and Carrion begins thinking of the melody to help you out, because I think like they know that Calvert is a good enough musician to play by ear, and I think that would be how Carrion is trying to help.
Okay, amazing. Does anybody else want to try anything as well?
Yeah.
All right, what would you like to do, Tallow?
Okay, I have 2 ideas. My first idea was violence.
You start a
Yes,
mosh pit.
That one. Yes, start a mosh pit. Start the circle of death. Let's go.
So I'm not gonna go with this one, but my first instinct was to like point a finger at the instrument of the person that is going against Calvert and cast POW, like achoo, and then just like send a blast to destroy their their instrument.
Oh my lord.
But I'm not
Okay.
gonna do that. Just wanted to share where my brain went. Instead, I would like to use my empathy on the crowd and basically say, aren't they amazing? Those tunes, that voice, haunting in melody. I have heard this voice for many, many years, and oh, how it follows me. I dream of it. And you will too. Isn't it so good? That's my partner up there. Isn't it good? Isn't it good? I'm just kind of like.
In contrast, you hear. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Yeah, so basically I'm appealing to the heartstrings of the crowd or immediately around me to try to get them to help bolster the mood and vibe of the room. But as I'm doing this, like I have my other hand just like kind of thumb tucked into my belt, but it's also like where I keep my gun, so my hand is also like on my gun at the same time.
Who are you gonna shoot?
I don't know. I'm a pirate. It could be anybody.
Light a match, and we got this going.
And Busty, is there anything you would like to do to try to help?
I'm gonna flash the performers.
Okay. That is definitely something you can do. So, to help reestablish the scene, Calvert's the only one performing presently.
Okay.
Like everybody
That
performs one at a
might
time.
distract me, honestly. That might make it worse. I'll be like, oh shit.
Just to help you, you do have an ability called Retell, where once per day, when someone within 30 feet of you makes a roll, you can also roll and have them take the number you rolled instead of their own.
Oh!
That is something you can do if you would like to. You don't have to. But I do want to remind you what sort of abilities and spells you do have, in case we come upon a situation where one might be helpful.
Sure. I mean, that sounds great. So
Okay.
let's do that. I didn't see that one. I was thinking of using Bend Luck, but I was gonna hold on to that in case of anything.
Mhm.
But Retell sounds great.
Okay. Amazing. Iconic. So, Calvert, what is your soul?
My soul is a 4.
Okay.
4, and you have abilities related or like skills related to music and performing, right?
Yes, my I have a general ability in music, or general skill in music.
Okay. So you're gonna get
And I don't know if it's relevant, but I do have that specific skill in echolocation, if that is at all useful in this performance.
I don't know that one is
I'm
But I appreciate-
I'm locating the rhythm.
yeah, I appreciate you bringing it up.
Find the rhythm.
But I don't think that one is Gucci. As the kids say. So
Is that what the kids say?
totally, yeah. I've been informed as a 30-year-old. Kids totally say Gucci. So, because you have a general skill that relates to this check, you get a +1 to your success range. So you succeed at a 5 or lower. Because of Rian and Tallow also helping, I'm going to give you an additional +1 to your success range. So you need a 6 or lower. And Busty, you're going to get to roll a d8, and that will be the roll that Calvert gets to take instead.
Okay. I'm gonna roll it on roll 20 so everyone can see.
Okay.
Yes!
There you go. So Calvert, please describe, with everybody helping you in this moment, what does this scene look like as you're playing this song?
The power of gay love wins yet again. The queers have done it again. I think Calvert is sitting on the stage and strumming along on his guitar. I think it's the shock of a different song coming out of their body, out of their fingers. That is what makes them stumble. It's not that now that they've remembered it, it's not that they don't know the song, it's not that they can't play it, it's just the shock of remembering it and the wave of emotions that comes over them at the fact that they ever even forgot it. But they look out into the crowd, and I think they see all of their partners, Tallow, Busty, and Carrion. and they see and hear their love and their support, and I think I'm just gonna go out and a rainbow appears behind Calvert in
Yes.
the atmosphere as the power of love helps him to regain his composure and to play through the song beautifully. And the song, in fact, is Wonderwall.
Oh, incredible. Thank you.
Why?
So romantic. Do you not have a post-it for why?
I do. Why?
Look, it's your fault for not picking a song, okay? You gave me the power, so.
I did give you the power.
True. All right. And as that event winds up and Calvert is the queer winner based upon the crowd
Wait,
cheering.
is there a straight winner then? Who's a straight winner?
The straight winner is another person that was bad.
Oh, okay.
Typical. Yeah, typical. So, as your event ends, Calvert, and you meet up with the rest of the group, another event is about to begin. Tallow,
Yes.
it is your turn. The marksmanship event is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got your gun.
Tallow's got a gun. Tallow's got a gun. Gun.
And you head over to kind of the marksmanship range, and the targets are set out about 50 feet or so. And you're all lined up, and you get 3 shots each. So, the way we're going to do this. Normally in this system, when you're attacking something, it is assumed that the person attacking has the competence based on their past experience and skills to hit something under normal circumstances, and it's up to the defender to roll to defend. Since you're attacking a target that can't really defend itself, I'm going to have you roll. So... the way this is going to work is this is going to be, I think I said your gun is a mind weapon.
Yes.
Yeah, because I don't think guns are very agility based. I think it's much more about knowing how to use something rather than, being agile.
Yeah.
So you're going to roll a mind check. You're going to roll 3d8s. And since you have a general skill in gun, you're going to have a +1 to these, to your success range of these rolls. So, what is your mind?
My mind is 3, but I also have a specific skill of accurate.
Oh, that's true. So, because you have a specific skill on each of these, you're going to get +1 to your success range. And you're also going to get a reroll. So for each one, you're going to roll 2d8, and you want to get a 4 or lower.
Okay, here, we're going to do this. 2d8 3 times. All right. Listen, I'm good with my hands. I don't miss. First one's a 5 and a 3.
Okay.
Second one is a 1 and a 5, and then the last one is an 8 and a 3.
Okay. So all of those succeed. So describe what it looks like as you're just kind of nailing these shots on this target.
Oh, you see me kind of sidle up to the 3 targets, and I take off my hat. Put it to the side, and my hair kind of glistens a little bit. Wait, is this indoors?
Outdoors.
Okay, yeah. My hair glistens, sweat is beating down my brow, and I tear off my shirt, and I go, and it hits every single one of them. And then I blow on my gun. And as I do, I look at Calvert.
Calvert blushes.
Easy, I could do this in my sleep.
Beautiful. So you see there are a few people that missed like 2 shots, a couple people that missed just 1, but only one other person hit all 3. And you recognize them from the Fancy Lads crew. He's got kind of a really wild look in his eye, very kind of dark skin, and seems incredibly focused. But as the 2 of you each got a perfect score, they move the targets out an extra 50 feet. So now they're 100 feet away. And you're going to go again. This time you just get 1 shot, and it's going to be a D10 check.
Okay. Do I still get the bonuses of accurate and gun? Okay.
You absolutely do.
2d10. I rolled a 1.
So the camera kind of rests right next to the target as you sidle up with your gun and aim. 2 loud bangs kind of echo throughout the stadium, and we see next to the target just 1 bullet kind of like puff through the target, creating like dust in the air, and then the camera like moves slightly so we get a perspective view, and we see a second target that is completely untouched as the other person has missed.
As I fire this shot, I just look Carrion in the eyes. I blow a little kiss.
I blow him back.
I catch it. And I stuff it. Wait, I'm not wearing a shirt.
You eat it.
I eat it.
So sexy. You just catch.
It's foreshadowing what Tallow's gonna eat later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Incredible. Iconic. Beautiful. So, that event has ended. Now we have another event. Busty. It is time for the obstacle course. You get there, and it's very like much a kind of Ninja Warrior-esque like obstacle course. Just
I'm having flashbacks to another game we were in. Let's go! We're gonna switch roles now. Let's go!
Perfect. There's a lot of balance obstacles. There's a lot of strength obstacles. And then everything is kind of based on who can get through it the fastest. And so we're going to make a couple different checks just to see overall how you do. We're going to have a D6 power check and a D6 agility check. Do you have any skills or anything that you think might be helpful with this challenge?
For skills, definitely my acrobatics for general, and my specific skill is that I'm limber. So I'm hoping that will help me like get over obstacles and through them and stuff like that. I also have a really high endurance, so I'm hoping that helps.
Okay, so you're going to, for your agility check, you're going to make a D6 roll. You get a +1 to your success range. Okay. And you also get to re-roll.
Yes. Great. So that puts me at a 3 or lower then.
Okay.
It's a 50% chance. That's a 2.
Oh, perfect. And then you're also going to make a power check, and you want to get, it's going to be a D6 difficulty, and you want to get below your power.
Okay.
What's your power for the chat?
my power is at a 2, so I need a 2 or a 1.
Okay. Let us
Unless I
pray.
have bonuses to that for whatever reason. I don't know.
Let's see. So your general skills are crafting, puzzles, and acrobatic, and your specific is limber. I don't think any of these, unless you can make an argument, and I think I see a potential argument that could be made, but unless you can make an argument that one of these skills applies to these strength-based challenges, it's just going to be a straight roll.
I mean, okay, so when you're in real life, I go climbing sometimes. I've just started, but you have to be both strong and agile to finish those sets and those problems, as they call it. So I feel like just being a limber person, working on a pirate ship, I'm stronger than I look, but I probably don't look that strong. What's
Okay.
up?
Jay, I see you raising your hand.
Yes. For this last portion, you know, a la American Ninja Warrior, how there's people that get to walk the course that are like their coaches or hype people or whatever.
Yeah.
Can Carrion have been that person? And as you're getting to like the final stretch, they just start like yelling and like doing like all sorts of like rambunctious cheering, to try and mentally bust up Busty's physical skills.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh.
If we're helping,
Yeah.
we're helping.
Poor Emma.
Yeah. Would you like to help?
Calvert, I think sees that maybe Busty is like feeling a little nervous, you know. She's maybe not. She just maybe doesn't believe in herself enough, but Calvert knows that Busty can do it. She just maybe needs a little oomph, you know, just a little oomph. And so I have a spell called Throw, which allows me to cause a chosen object within range, which is 30 feet, to be thrown in the direction of my choosing.
Okay.
Technically, this spell can only affect objects up to 10 pounds, but I have an ability called Heavy Throw, which allows me to try to move a heavy object with my magic at the edge or beyond my capability, and it adds a +1 to my success range to do that. So I'm going to argue that I am functionally like increasing Busty's force, if we're talking physics, so that she requires less strength just from herself in order to accomplish the task.
Okay. I think throw is a mind-based spell.
Yes.
So I'm gonna have you make a D10 mind check.
Okay, and I can succeed with the +1 to my range?
+1, yeah.
All right, so my
And
mind
what's
is 2.
Okay, so you need to roll 3 or lower.
Oh, dear Lord, okay.
Hey, you've had...
No!
Oh, no!
Oh, the one time!
I got a 9.
Oh, tragic. Oh, my gosh.
I tried, I'm so sorry, Busty.
Tomato.
Tallow, I see you raising your hand now.
Yes. Did we talk about Busty's Celesti heritage and any advantages mechanically they have with the...
Yeah, so Busty, this is a great point. Thank you for bringing it up. Busty is a Celesti, so they are a child of a human and a spirit, or they have those two ancestries in their heritage. And because of that, and because they are a witch and can use magic, they can utilize a environmental dark magic called Discordance to give them benefits on rolls. And the tie-off is as you use more of kind of the discordance afforded to you, you become corrupted more and more. And it's a bit of a trade-off. If you use too much, in normal play, you would lose control of your character if you use too much. In this one shot, I'm not going to allow you to use that much. But For your human side, if you use a point of discordance, you could re-roll a check, or the other one wouldn't really apply to this situation. But you could re-roll if you fail, if you wanted to use a point of discordance. You are muted. Oh, I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
I didn't.
Oh.
press-
Oh, there
now
we
I
go.
hear
Now we
you.
got you.
That's
Yeah.
so weird. I wasn't. Okay, that's fine. But I was gonna say yes. I think it calls for that. That I will use discordance.
Okay, well, you can roll first and see if you
I
fail.
get
And yeah,
Ow.
it. Yeah. Okay.
so
So I'm rolling for power.
it's a d6 check for power.
Okay. My power is at a 2, so
I'm going to give you a +1 for Rian encouraging you on the sidelines.
I'm not kidding.
Let's
I rolled a 1.
There we go. Okay,
Yes!
perfect.
Yes!
So what does it look like as you're just coasting through these challenges, getting up the warped wall, and
Let's
hitting
go!
the button?
I like to think that Busty always has this effortlessness about her. So she's working really hard to get through this obstacle course, but she's kind of just smiling as she goes by, and is giggling to herself when she gets through something specifically or intentionally very hard, and she feels proud of herself at the end. And she's definitely flustered because Carrion is walking alongside her and yelling praises and encouragement, but just a "ooh, you're gonna get it later" type of flustered. So it's very I think it's actually kind of graceful.
I love that. You see, so you finish, and then you watch some of the other
Finish.
competitors.
Hamnah and I both did the head tilt at the exact same time.
I saw that.
So you see this kind of bouncer from last night also compete, and they fail on the last challenge. And
Just karma.
there's only one other person that beats the course, but they beat it slower than you, so you still technically won. And it is somebody from the Fancy Lads crew again. They're kind of all over the place, interestingly.
Sus.
And then
Hmm.
we have Rian, the 1v1.
Yeah, what kind of fight is this? Is it weapons or hand to hand?
Hand to hand.
Ooh. Hot.
Standing across from you. You've kind of gotten through a couple other rounds so far, just with people that haven't been super challenging. But now you're facing somebody who has also gotten through a few other people, and they seem quite capable. They're a taller, dark-skinned woman, hair kind of braided back into tight knots, and standing before you, just kind of looking at you like just a piece of meat to get through.
Carrion is basically doing the thing on the sidelines where you're cracking your knuckles and rolling the shoulders, and kind of finds their partners in the crowd and kind of flexes a little bit, and they take off their top, which they have another thing on underneath, which is this black kind of oh, I forgot I pinned myself to this. That's so funny. They are able to get this off without a hitch. I am struggling. But yes, they take their top off, and and just kind of like roll their shoulders back
Mhm.
and look at this person and just give them a smile.
Incredible. Perfect. So we're actually going to do a little combat thing here. So for initiative, you are going to roll either a D6 agility roll or a D6 mind roll.
I would like a agility, please, but can I argue
Okay.
that it's power, which is my highest?
No. So
Ooh.
so go ahead and make a D6 agility roll.
Do I get a bonus because I have a skill in athletics?
Sure. I'll allow it.
Okay.
You'll get a +1.
Okay,
To your
so if my
success
agility
range.
is 3, so now I roll below 4.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 1!
Hey, perfect. Okay, so
Yes.
you beat the challenge, which means you get to act before the enemies. In this case, there's only one other enemy. So it is your turn. This
Okay.
person is standing in front of you. On your turn, you have 3 actions. An action can be used to
And that's what
move,
these action
to
points are?
cast a spell,
Okay.
or you can use it to kind of interact with things or do whatever.
Okay.
You are currently about 10 feet away from each other, just kind of sizing each other up.
Okay. I'm looking at my stuff. I would like to use my jump scare power, which lets me try to intimidate them. And what this looks like, it looks like it costs 2 points for an action, so I'll have 1 point left.
Okay.
As I call upon the spirits of the dead around me, because I'm a necromancer, you watch as Carrion throws their arms out, and the red energy begins to crackle amongst their fingers, and it's mixed with like these black tendrils coming up out of the dirt, and they bring that darkness into them, and it like goes up their arms and up across their chest and into their face, and their eyes go black. And I am trying to intimidate this person.
Okay, absolutely. That's perfect. So this is a mind-based spell. So what is your mind rank?
2.
Okay. So the rank of your attribute that corresponds to the spell determines the difficulty that your opponent has to try to pass with. A 1 to 2 in a rank is going to be a D6 difficulty check. A 3 to 4 is a D8. 5 to 6, D10, so on and so forth. So using their mind, they're going to try to defend. Their mind isn't high, it's a 2. So I'm just gonna roll a d6, and they rolled a 5. So your spell is successful. And if we
they have disadvantage to any damage rolls they make against me.
Yes.
Oh, and if they fail, I also have advantage on social checks, which is cool.
Absolutely. And you have 1 more action on your turn if you'd like to move or do anything else.
So does like actually punching someone, is that an action? Because like one of my spells says when you hit with a melee attack dealing 1d4 damage, I can cast this spell.
Yeah. So to punch would be 2 actions. And
Okay.
then if you hit, then you could use that.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Then is there an action that lets me like ready, like a defense kind of like get ready for them kind of situation?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. We can say you just kind of prepare yourself.
Yeah. Like hold steady or do that thing. Like after I take in this darkness within me, I think I just like get ready.
All right,
Crouch
perfect.
low.
Now
'Cause
it's
I'm very
their turn.
tall, and then my center of gravity's down.
Yeah. They charge you, and they're just going to try to straight up kind of punch you. So their power is rank 4. So that's going to be a D8 difficulty check for you. You can use either your power or your agility to defend. And I'm going to give you... Okay, perfect. And I'm going to give you a +1 to your success range.
Okay. So 5 or below. Hey, I want you to roll really high for me, okay? We want to do really good.
Don't you mean low?
High. Shh. I want to roll really high.
Yeah.
2!
Amazing.
That's so funny.
You prepared yourself, and as this person tries to punch you, you just easily like grab their arm
sidestep?
and like push it out of the way. You
Or,
sidestep, sure.
Yeah, can I like actually no, I liked your idea better, like catching the hand, but also like sidestepping to like throw them off to the side.
Yeah, and now it's your turn.
Oh, it's me. Okay. I wanna do the thing that I wanted to do last time. So I wanna punch them, and if that works, I want to use that spell, which was called Life Leech, where if I hit them, I am taking some of their energy back to myself.
Absolutely. Okay, so you are gonna go ahead and try to punch them, which is gonna be power, and your power is rank 4.
4.
Okay, so they are going to roll a D8 and try to get lower than 4. And they rolled an 8. So you successfully clock them in the face, and you can expend an extra action point to cast that spell.
Yes, I would like to cast Life Leech. So I deal 1d4 damage. No, wait. When you hit with a melee attack dealing 1d4 damage, you may cast a spell. Deal the damage directly to their endurance and gain half the damage done round up to your endurance.
Yes. So you get to deal 1d4 directly to their endurance, bypassing their defenses, which is really good.
So I roll
normally, yes.
Okay.
Normally, for the chat, when you hit somebody with an attack or a spell, their attributes act as a defense against the attack. And so in this case, the person's power that they defended with is a 4. So if Jay is trying, or Rian is trying to roll a d4 and roll enough to get past their defense to hit their endurance, there's no way that they'd be able to do that. But because they are attacking directly their endurance, which is their health, it's beautiful. What did you roll?
I rolled, I can't read this, a 3.
3, perfect. So you punch them good.
I punch them real good.
Yeah. And they kind of like spit out some blood before turning to you and punching at you again.
Wait. Can I describe a thing? So like as I sock them and that blood comes out, can the Life Leech spell, can I just like take that blood somehow? Like the blood like gets absorbed into me and then I look a little stronger?
Yeah, so they spit the blood at you. And it just kind of absorbs into your skin. And you feel a little bit rejuvenated. It doesn't do anything because your endurance is full anyway.
Because I'm at full.
But
it's
it looks great.
That counts. It's
the thought that counts. Absolutely. So they're going to try to punch you again. Go ahead and roll a D8 and try to defend again.
Okay, same thing as last time. Roll good. Roll high. I want you to roll high. Ah, fuck. Okay, that was a 6.
Okay. So they're gonna roll a D4.
And they have disadvantage. because of.
Oh, right. That is good for you. So they rolled a 3, which does not get past your defense stat, so they couldn't do any damage. If they rolled max, which is a 4, they wouldn't do damage to your endurance, but it would fatigue your power stat by 1. So your
Ooh.
power would become 3. But that didn't happen.
Okay.
And now it is your turn again. And they're going to prepare themselves to give themselves a +1 to their defense.
Can I see that they're preparing and also do a different thing to prepare myself?
What are you thinking?
I have a thing called Ghost Punch, which
Yeah.
will take my entire action to do. And can I do this?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool. So as I'm assuming they like back up to take some space, and I will also back up to take some space, and again, like one of my hands shoots out to the side and like draws up more power from the ground, and these like dark tendrils of spirits come and like encase my arms in like some dark magic, and so I am bolstering my next attack.
Okay.
And I get to do more damage if I hit next round.
Yes. So this was intended to be just like an action. So you do the punch and you get this. So it's not
it's not a I thought it was like a buff for next time.
No, you get to do it now.
Oh, okay. Then they back up. I do the really sexy tendril thing, and then I want to come at them.
Okay, incredible. So they rolled a 4. So they successfully defend against the attack. They're able to they see like this massive power kind of coming in, and they're able to jump to the side and push your arm away, narrowly avoiding the attack. And then they're going to try to attack you. And now we're going to introduce another mechanic of combat. When somebody attacks you, they can choose to defend, or they can choose to target a certain stat. And since this is a melee attack, they can choose to target either power or agility. And you then choose to defend with either power or agility. And if you are defending with a different stat than what they're targeting, you're considered off balance and you have a -1 to your defense success roll. So that was a lot of words. So we're going to walk through it. So
we're playing rock, paper, scissors.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, cool. How are we doing? Are we saying that at the same time? Or are we going to send in chat? What?
I like saying it at the same time. That's fun. So on 3, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then we'll say it.
On 3
you're going to
after
say
3?
After 3. After 3. It's like rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah.
So after 3, we're going to say, I'm going to say what attribute they're targeting, and you're going to say what you're defending with. So.
Okay. And I am using in-character logic for this.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, agility.
Power. Oh.
Okay, so now when you make your defense roll, you're going to have a -1 to the success range. So you had a +1 before.
Now it's just
so it kind of cancels out.
Okay.
So you're going to roll a d8, and you want to roll a 4 or lower.
Below. Curious. What are the rules for this bout?
Don't
Do people
kill each
ever play
other.
dirty in this?
You can play dirty, yeah. What are you thinking?
I don't know. I'll hold that thought. I'll roll this first.
If people play dirty, I would like to intervene.
Oh.
Okay.
Calvert casts hold on the opponent. which causes an object to freeze in place.
Okay. What are you casting hold on?
The person's shoes.
Okay. Incredible. Perfect. Amazing. So their shoes stick in place a little bit. They'll probably be able to easily break out of it.
It's a D6 power check if you'd like to.
Yeah. But
That's so
for this, we're gonna say it throws them off enough that they'll get Rian will get a +1 to the defense check.
Okay, so back to normal again, or
Back to normal again. Yeah.
okay. The first one I rolled went out of my dish, so I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
Yippee-ki-yay! That is a 5, so I think that exactly meets
That's
it.
yeah. That's perfect.
Okay.
You
Okay.
succeed.
Okay.
So you see like something's weird as they like go to turn with their punch, and like their body like stops moving at one point, and they kind of like trip over themselves. And I'm just gonna go ahead and roll the d6. They need a 4 or lower. They succeed. So they trip a bit and kind of fall to the ground temporarily, but it was enough to make them miss. And now it is your turn.
Carrion, as they trip, does like a little sidestep just to get out of the way, and they say, "What? You're falling in love so soon? Dang!" And are they still on the ground or did they stand up?
They're currently on the ground.
Can I do like that wrestling move to like smash them, like sit on them, basically?
Just sit on them?
Well,
On
wait.
their face, or
No, like, actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have the opportunity to do the really hot thing. So I want, I want to step on them. Please.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you know, just describe how this goes.
So I do that little taunty, flirty kind of thing. And I think I like circle around them so that I'm like on like, this is a bad description, like perpendicular to them, so that they're laid out across this way in front of me.
Yeah.
And they will just say, you should give up because I think I've won. And they are going to just press their foot into like their back, and is going to just try and hold them down. And if they like try to struggle or something, I think Carrion will like drop to a knee to get like more leverage or lean forward or do something, to like just hold them down.
Okay. I'm gonna have you make a soul check. D6. And
Great. Okay.
you have a +1 to your social checks against this person because of
I
your
do.
jump scare spell.
Right.
So what is
Okay.
your soul?
My soul is a 2, so then now
Okay,
it's a
so
3.
Yeah, 50% chance. Let's go.
Can I make a far stretch argument that my charisma helps?
It absolutely does. So you have
Okay.
general skill and charisma, right?
Yes, general.
Yes.
My specific is daggers, which is not relevant.
No. So
Very good. at daggers.
because of your general skill being applicable, you get a +1 as well. So now you want to roll 4 or below.
Okay. You've been doing very, very bad for me tonight. Oh, one last chance. 2!
Hey, perfect, iconic,
Yes!
incredible. So the person begins to like try to get up, but then you start talking, and then she just kind of like lays down on the ground. She's like, fine. And you have won.
Yeah. And I think like after they call it, Carrion removes their foot and will kneel with one knee on the ground and offer an arm to my competitor.
She takes your arm, standing up. She's a little bit shorter than you, but not by much. Haven't ever had to fight a witch before. That was an experience.
Did you like it?
I don't like losing, but I like the experience. I'd like to try it again sometime.
I'll consider. And Carrion just kind of like says that and like throws like a little like wink her way, and will turn back around to their partners in the audience, and also just like generally the crowd, and will do like a big flex for the crowd.
Calvert fainted when you stepped on your opponent.
Valid.
I'm looking for Calvert in the crowd.
I have Calvert like leaning up against me, like, yeah, everything's fine.
Are you Weekend at Bernieing Calvert's fainted?
I don't know that reference. But,
Weekend at Bernie is a classic movie where they take like a dead person and try to.
So the guy dies,
fool
and
people.
these two people who like. I don't know if they actually killed him. I don't remember. I did see it a while ago. But they basically try to make everybody think that this guy is still alive. So they're like walking his body around and like...
No,
Yeah.
I'm just holding Calvert and I'm moving
Okay.
the waving. Yeah.
Okay.
Incredible.
And yeah, I think I just... actually, I throw 3 kisses. 3 kisses your way.
Beautiful. So all of you have won your respective challenges. And then it gets to one of the last challenges of the day, the cooking challenge with your captain.
Oh, shit.
And as he's getting ready, you see standing beside him at kind of like the cooking station right next to him is the fancy lad. And the two exchange a glance, and the captain awkwardly looks away. And the fancy lad just kind of smirks. And the cooking competition begins. The way this was going to work was depending on whose crew won the more challenges, whether it be you all or the fancy lad's crew, was going to be who won the cooking competition. And with luck, as you all approach and you see the various ingredients that are presented to the competitors to use for their cooks, happenstancely, the exact ingredients that the captain needs to make his famous meat pie are there.
I bet.
Wonder where those
The
came
meat
from.
pie that you all gave up a memory for the recipe.
Oh my god.
That better
And-
be the most delicious thing I've ever
Yeah,
eaten.
I know.
To
We
give
gave
up
up for
this.
that.
For real.
It was initially going to be something else, but we don't have time, so I'm going with it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So he pulls together this incredible meat pie. The judges go around tasting everything and are blown away by its deliciousness. It is then sent to the eating competition where everybody's just fallen in love and that's the only fucking thing that they want to eat, which is bad for an eating competition because there's only one tray of it. But in the end, your entire crew won their respective challenges and they have won the day, gaining the Pirate King's favor. This was going to initially end in a climactic combat, but we don't have time for that, and it's totally fine. But thank you all so much for hanging out with us and having fun with us and being wonderful. And thank you to my wonderful players for joining us and just having fun with this hopefully chill time. We're going to go around and everybody's going to reintroduce themselves, tell the people where we can find you, tell them what you're involved in, what you've got coming up, make your fun little plugs. And we're going to start with Hamnah.
Oh, whoa, it's me this time. Hello, everyone. My name is Hamnah. I use any and all pronouns, and I am a TTRPG performer. You can find me on Twitter at @shahid_, where I talk about all of the different projects that I'm a part of. I'm on a lot of stuff, so Twitter's definitely the best place to go to figure out where I am, but I will do a quick plug. This Tuesday, we will be premiering our new Vampire the Masquerade series called Itaewon by Night. It is set in South Korea with an all-Asian cast. It's going to be super fun. Jay is a part of it. Jay plays my sire, and we are in a very complicated romantic entanglement together. It's gonna be super fun. Y'all should definitely come check it out. That's on Going Crit RPG's channel. I'm forgetting what time it's at, but go 8 p.m. Join us
Eastern.
8 p.m. Eastern time for that, because it's gonna be unhinged and feral. At least I will be.
Incredible. I love it. Amazing. And what do you think after you've all won the day? What do you think happens to Calvert?
Calvert, I think, enjoys a very, very nice evening with the rest of the crew, including the captain, and then an even better evening with the crew, specifically without the captain.
Listen, the
I
captain
would like to be left out of this narrative, please. Good night.
the captain is very pro polycule, very supportive. He thinks it's very cool to be in a polycule, but not for him. He's got some jealousy issues he needs to work through. Those are his demons. It's fine.
You know what? That's so valid. You go on the journey that you need to. It's okay, Eddie.
Totally. Next up, Jay.
Oh, it's me. Hello, everybody. My name is Jay or Nala. I use they, them pronouns, and tonight I played Carrion. This game was incredible, Emma. Thank you. So shout out to you. This was also the first game in which I've ever stepped on anybody, so hopefully it won't be the last. If you'd like to keep up with me to see if this happens again, wow, look at that segue. You can follow me on Twitter at NalaWoo and at NalaDraws if you'd like to see my art. I am a full-time professional illustrator and art director who works in tabletop RPGs. I do all the arts. You can hire me to make your characters hot, because I promise I will make them hot. That is a threat and a promise. Besides art, I'm also a voice actor, sensitivity reader, and cultural consultant, TTRPG content creator, and actual play stream performer. As Hamnah just said, I am also going to be on Itaewon as Night, by night. Itaewon by night. Yup. And I will be playing Viridian Song, who is a Ventru and is in fact Hamnah's character's sire. Besides that, the best place to keep up with all of my stuff is just on Twitter. If you liked the kind of energy I was bringing tonight, tomorrow on Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern on Exquisite Corp Presents, I am on a show called Divine Intervention, where I play a character named Erasabeth Mauvais, who is essentially an immortal mob boss, the embodiment of wrath. And I have a very fun time playing that character. But so that's tomorrow at 10 p.m. Tuesday is Itaewon by Night, and everything else I do will be on my Twitter, and every other social media, should Twitter burn. I am NalaDraws literally everywhere else, TikTok, etc., etc., etc. It's gonna be NalaDraws.
Heck yeah. And what do you think Rian got up to at the end of all things?
I don't want to speak for my partners, but I think after witnessing the events of today, I think Carrion did some more of what they did earlier that night. And
Carrion, you know that move that you used during the fight? It was,
what?
uh,
Huh?
uh,
Huh?
you should try it again.
You want me to punch you?
No, never mind. Runs away.
And then like 5 minutes later, Carrion's like staring at the wall and goes, "Oh," and then like smash cut to later that night.
Hell yeah.
Oh, they meant the ghost punch, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
All right, Chris.
Hello. Can you hear me? I'm not sure.
Yes.
You're
Oh,
kinda-
great. Okay.
You're a
I'm
little
not sure
quiet,
if
but
Zoom
yes,
is doing the
you
thing
are
again.
there.
But hi, I'm Chris. You can find me at Carpe Christie. I use she, her pronouns. You can also find me on Instagram again if Twitter goes to shit. On Instagram at the same username. I'm actually doing a lot of things. I took a really long break and I'm ready to just jump back into a whole bunch of things. So you can find me next month. We are pre-recording all of these episodes starting tomorrow on a really cool show called Star Wars Dogfight. We're gonna have rebels, we're gonna have a team of Empire brats, we're gonna be separate. So there's technically 2 streams happening or 2 shows happening. And then in a final episode, we will come together and maybe fight. We'll see. But there's
Ooh.
such intricacies in this show and all these characters. I'm very excited. I will be playing a rebel pilot. And then date to be announced. So follow me on Twitter where I post all of the dates when things are finalized. But on Friends Who Roll Dice, I'll be playing in an all-black cast in a game called Siren Song, ran by Eli. And I'm very excited for that. So please come check us out and support us and Black people who play TTRPGs because we fucking rock.
Hell yeah.
And then lastly, the last thing I can announce right now is that next month a podcast that I'm on called The Whispering Pines is coming out. We've been working so hard. It's an all-female cast with just an incredible amount of background and talents in different like voice acting things, and it's the first voice acting thing I've kind of done in a long time, so I'm very happy to announce that that's coming out next month, and I'll post links and stuff when it's official. But yeah, if you like a little bit of horror but mostly just like female camaraderie and time jumps and like stuff like that, you might like it. So that's me.
That's so fun. I can't wait to see you freaking everywhere in this scene. Amazing. I love it. And last but not least, Stella Luna.
Wait, what's Busty's
what happens to Busty?
Oh, okay. So before all of the happens, Busty is gonna go back to her bar.
Yeah.
And find this Gregory person and this Cynthia or whoever person, and kind of try and figure out what's going on here. And I think she probably finds out that it's not her bar, and she's gonna get presented with a pretty exorbitant bill for everything that we ordered and ate. And she's just going to say thank you very much for the bill. I'm gonna go get the money from my captain, and then she's never going to go back there.
Incredible. I think you also learn that neither Cynthia nor Gregory own the bar either.
Well, good.
It's a large confusing mess, but you
Is
do
it
still get a
worker-owned?
bill.
Is it worker
Yeah,
owned?
it's worker owned.
Worker-owned bar.
Hell yeah, absolutely. And Stella Luna.
Hi, I'm Stella here on Twitch, Stella Luna TV on all other social media. If you're coming to this channel for the very first time, welcome. Hope you've had a great time. Please consider giving us a follow. That's a free way that you can support the channel and get notifications for when we go live. We like to run various types of TTRPGs here. And we like to try to get the community involved, try to get new people in on these shows. So if you've never played in a streamed game before, we can teach you how to do it. All you have to do is hop into our Discord, follow us on Twitter. That's where all of the information will be. And I just want to give a real special thank you and shout out to Emma for both sharing this game and running it here with us tonight. It was very excellent and very queer. I love it. Thank you so much. And for my final scene, damn, I was so enraptured with listening to everybody. I didn't really think about it. I think it cuts to like one final scene of Tallow going through the market, and I'm perusing a few trinkets that I can take back to the ship. You know, we don't know when we'll be back to make landfall. So, you know, we'll just find some fun things to keep us entertained. The nights
There's
can
plenty.
be quite long. Okay, this should- And
Amazing.
I have a huge potato sack on my shoulder as I'm making my way
What you
back to
got
the
there?
ship.
What you got there?
No, you'll have to tune in to All the Witches Kickstarter. I don't know, probably not there, but
you'll not find out there. I don't
you won't. But you will find this very awesome game there. Emma,
Amazing.
tell me about who you are, where we can find you, and what you're up to.
Yeah, hi, I'm Emma, also known as Emma Panada. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Emma Panada. You can also find information about All the Witches at allthewitches_ on Twitter. We're currently developing the game. It was originally going to be going to Kickstarter right now, but bad brain, and I haven't gotten a whole lot done. And so we pushed it, but I still wanted to run these 2 one-shots we had scheduled. Just to give us some like playtest and also just to kind of hang out with cool people and have fun. So thank you for cool people hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And for being cool. But All the Witches, you can find it on Kickstarter early next year. And we're doing some non-streamed playtests. And so things are going to be coming together a lot more. And I'll be posting updates and things about how things are going and where development is on the Twitter. So just keep an eye out. We've also got a lot of art being made, and the art is always really cool. We just posted some new art today of a cool little water witch lady. So yeah, go check it out. It's a lot of fun. And I appreciate you all. Thanks for being here. I love you. Goodbye forever.
Goodbye. Have a good night, everyone.